I'm going to show you how to go from zero to your first sale in 24 hours. The method that we're going to be using is the agency speed run method. Now, this is something that is tried and tested. It's been done many times before by many different people across many different niches. And if you follow the steps outlined in this video, you will have everything that you need to go from zero, absolute zero, to your first sale as an agency owner in 24 hours. Now, realistically speaking, the tips in this video will give you everything you need, but the time that you have may not be enough to do it in 24 hours. It may take you 7 days, may take you 14 days. It could even take you a month. But the point is, don't be discouraged. If you have the hustle, if you have the grind, if you have the determination to not sleep all night, this could be done in 24 hours if you put your mind to it. Let's jump into the whiteboard and I'll show you what I mean. This strategy combines hustle with smart targeted actions. Step one is setting up fast. You're going to want to get your agency website and branding mobilized on the internet as fast as possible. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be live on the internet. If someone looks you up or goes to your website, there needs to be something there to show. Now, before we even get to putting up a website, you need to choose what is it that your business is going to do. Once you've decided what niche you're going to work in, and I've put some examples here, local restaurants, fitness centers, anybody that might have a need. For the purpose of this strategy, we're going to be focusing on social media management and content creation. Now, this is something that's really approachable for a lot of different businesses, and there's a low barrier to entry, meaning if you don't have any experience and you're just starting out, this is your first 24 hours in the agency game, this is something that you could realistically bring to the table and have a company like this, a local restaurant, a fitness center like a gym, or some other hyper local store or shop in your area that you can manage social media for. And if you can get into something like this with a company, it opens up the door to a lot of other services, which we'll talk about later on in this strategy. So for now, you need to outline what is your niche, what kind of business are you going to go after locally. Focus on hyper local, where those larger companies can't reach, where you can go in and talk to business owners and convince them to work with you because you're there shaking their hand, and define what your service offering is going to be. Now, get specific: content creation, social media management. For the purpose of this video, that's what we're going to focus on. But if you have a different service that you already have skills in, like web development, something like this, you could offer slightly different services right off the jump. Now that you've chosen your niche and your offering, you're going to want to focus on your brand. You're going to want to design a simple logo. You can do this on Canva. And you're going to want to set up a one-page website. Now, this is very easily done with WordPress or MobiRise, Squarespace if you have the slightly larger budget for that. But you just need something on the internet to show that you are who you say you are. If somebody goes to your URL, there should be something with your face on it, smiling and showing exactly what it is that you do. This doesn't need to take a lot of time. It does not need to be perfect, it just needs to be live on the internet. Step number two is you're going to want to develop a tailored offer. Research some of the problems and the pain points that your target market within your niche are facing, and start to think about what it is that you could do for them that's going to help solve some of their problems specifically. What are the things that you can say to them that are going to make them hear, oh, he understands my problem. They get where I'm coming from. They know that I struggle with this. What are those things? Start researching them. You can do something called a customer development interview. This is something I talked about in one of my older videos, where I was able to go out and meet a bunch of different business owners and interview them, not a sales meeting. I was able to interview them and just learn, what are your problems that you're facing? What are you struggling with when it comes to doing business on the internet? What challenges do you have when you're trying to digitize your business and make more money through the internet? Now for you, if you're focusing on gyms or local restaurants, you need to go out there and interview some gym owners and local restaurant owners or managers. It'll take a couple hours at most to go talk to people. You need to try and call in, speak to somebody on the phone, or go in person and speak to them in person, face to face. Don't do emails for this because it's going to take time for people to send emails back and forth. And if we're focusing on 24 hours, time is of the essence. You're going to use this information that you got from the customer development interview or from your market research to develop an irresistible offer. Now, I've put a couple examples in here: the 24-hour social media makeover or the SEO audit package if you're going sort of the web design route. But you need to have something that's irresistible for them. It solves their pain points. It addresses the challenges that they're facing. Maybe their social media is very empty. Maybe they don't have a lot of interesting posts on there and they're not able to attract an audience on Instagram. That can be part of this offer and this proposal that you're crafting. You want to think about, what is it that I can offer to them and present to them that will make them say, okay, wow, I need to jump on this. I need to do this. I need to work with this person to get this done because I'm struggling with it and I need a solution. Set a competitive price for this introductory service. Don't feel like you need to outprice the competition and go so low that it's insulting to yourself, but don't put it so high that they think you're taking advantage of them or that a full-scale traditional agency would charge. Charge something reasonable that's realistic, that they would pay you for your time, for your efforts. Now, it's hard to list a specific range. Don't price it so low that it feels cheap. Float somewhere in the middle. Start putting together some of these points that you learned from your interviews and from your market research into a slide deck. Now, you can use Google Slides, PowerPoint, or beautiful.ai, which is something I love using because it makes super sleek presentations, and put this information into a slide slideshow, put some specific screenshots of things that you've noticed about businesses that you want to make a pitch to. So for example, if Marco's Italian restaurant by your house has a really lame Instagram and there's nothing to show on it, take some screenshots of his Instagram and highlight the fact that potential customers might see this Instagram and be discouraged into coming to his shop, and put it all into the slideshow so that when you're presenting the pitch to him, he sees that you've researched his specific business. That's going to make a big impact because they're going to know that you're interested in them. You've specifically chosen them. This is not just a random cold call. You have found something that you can help him with. It meets his pain points. It meets his needs. He's going to be asking, where do I sign? Now that gets us into step 3, which is the outreach and the pitch. At this point, you should have a really great idea of what you can offer to these businesses, what kinds of businesses you're targeting, the price that you're going to charge to those businesses, and you even have a pitch deck that you've built, which you can present to your family and friends. Practice giving the pitch. Practice running through. Keep your pitch short and sweet, to the point, and be direct. Highlight what's in it for them. I put right here, WIIFM. This is something that my dad taught me. What's in it for me? Everybody is tuned into what's in it for me. It's a radio frequency, WIIFM, FM radio. Everybody is tuned into that. They want to know what's in it for me. They don't care about you. What they want to know is, what can you do for me? And if you can offer something that's valuable to them, they will pay you to do it for them. And that's exactly what we're trying to do here. The tools and skills for this section, ChatGPT is so helpful for phrasing and customizing things on bulk. Now, I don't actually recommend that you start sending out cold emails if you're looking to do this in 24 hours. I recommend that you call in directly or go in person to that local business to actually speak to somebody. You don't really want to do an email when you're trying to do this all in 24 hours because the time delay, people typically don't respond to emails as quickly as they would respond to a phone call or a visit in person. So now moving on to step 4, which is immediate value. Immediately upon meeting the person that you're going to be pitching, the business owner or the manager, you want to offer immediate value to them. It should be clear right off the bat that you are somebody that can help add value to their business, to their life. Not all about what you can get from them, but what can you add to their life. This is where you might want to offer a free small-scale social media audit, a little bit refined down from what you would actually do when they pay you, or a competitive analysis. Give them something valuable, and this can be condensed into your pitch before you even go to them. So if you know the business that you're going to be targeting, condense this little free mini service, this little free value nugget into the pitch that you're giving them. And I talked about it a little bit earlier, maybe screenshotting their Instagram, screenshotting their website, highlighting things that could be touched up and improved for a better representation of their company online. Something that I've done multiple times is a video just like this one that you're watching, where it's my face in a little circle on the side, and I'm on the company's website, looking at things, pointing things out that could be fixed, and giving them that free value right in the video, highlighting it face to face, because it's always going to be more interesting face to face. I will make whole videos dedicated to the video cold calling method in the future, but for right now, I would say that's something you could consider, but don't focus and don't orbit only around doing that. You need to get in person or do phone calls, and you need to communicate immediate value. Once you've given your proposal and communicated that immediate value, and they know that you should be taken seriously, they know that you're interested in helping them, not just getting from them, you should send a detailed price proposal. Now, this is where you've already got that price range, you know exactly what it is that you're going to be offering, and you send it to them, highlighting all the different ways that you're going to help their business specifically. Format it into a nice document. This is where you could either use Google Docs or Word to create a simple outline, service delivery outline. Use ChatGPT to help you brainstorm some other phrases and words that you should include in that, and then emphasize that it's going to be easy and quick to start up and get onboarded with you. This is something that you're trying to do in 24 hours. So it's going to be so much more enticing for them if they can throw their keys at you to their social media accounts and say, yes, you take it over, show me what you can do, and you can take care of all of that within this 24-hour window that you're trying to fit within. So step 5, closing the deal. When you're closing the deal with somebody, once you've talked to them, you've sold them, they've heard your price proposal, they're interested in working with you, you need to make it so easy for them to understand exactly what they're getting. How can they sign the contract? How can they get onboarded? And you're ready to start immediately. You need to make it very clear you start today. As soon as they sign, you're on and you're ready to start working with them. I highly advise that you deliver quick wins so that they feel good about the investment that they made into you. Like I said here, this can be implementing high impact actions, engaging posts and promotions, getting them out immediately, working with the business who's just signed on with you to figure out what kind of discounts and services could we offer as part of a new promotion, and start making a bunch of content around that and pushing it out as fast as you can onto their social media so that it gets a lot of attention, a lot of interest, and they see, okay, wow, I started working with you and now everything has been changing rapidly since then. That's going to be a big win for you. That's going to be something that they notice, okay, maybe this wasn't a bad investment. Maybe this was worth my time and my energy and my money. And that's exactly the type of confidence that you want to build in them as a business owner. Maybe I briefly forgot to mention, simplifying contracts and payments looks like making it so easy for them to pay. And I recommend using PayPal or e-transfer if you're in Canada. Stripe is a little bit harder to set up for a smaller business. For somebody who's just starting in 24 hours, Stripe might be a little bit complicated. I use Stripe for my clients now, but I have multiple clients billing every month and multiple different price points and ranges and stuff. So I just don't want to think about having to do manual invoices. I just want to bill a credit card. Now for you, maybe you're not there yet at that point. So just focus on PayPal or an e-transfer directly to your bank and make it so easy for them. Don't complicate this, because if this step is complicated, it's going to create associations in their brain with working with you being complicated and friction filled. So you want it to be smooth and seamless to onboard. Be easy to work with for this first contract, and you'll see that you can change things as you go. You can always implement a different payment method later once they're signed on with you, once you're delivering great services for them. So moving on to the bonus, you've got somebody signed on with you. What's next? Retaining and upselling. Make sure that you check in regularly. Do not take their money and just drop off the face of the earth. You want to be in close touch with them, communicating and understanding, okay, how are things going? How do you feel about what I've been doing? What are the results that you're seeing on your end from everything that I've done so far? It's pretty well known that current paying clients are better than unknown new clients, in the sense that it's much easier to upsell somebody who already trusts you and knows you and is paying you on a bigger service than it is to go find an entirely new client. You want to be doing both, but as you grow, you want to continue adding more and more services to your clients in ways that benefit them. It's not about getting more money, it's about adding more value that is worth more money. So you want to do more for them as they start to trust you more. Plus, having that trust between your client and you is going to help you get more clients anyways in a roundabout way, because they can be a reference for you. Once you have that relationship, it's so easy to say, hey, I'm looking to sign this other guy in a different city doing a similar thing to you. Would you be willing to recommend him? Once you have references behind you, once you have a proof of concept, once you have this first sale, it opens up the door for you in your agency. You can do so many other things because you have the backing, you have the proof in the pudding, and you're able to say, look at what happened here. I can do this for you too. And they're willing to talk to you and recommend me. And that's invaluable when you're trying to sign new clients. It's out of the scope of this video, but what does that kind of upscale look like for somebody that was doing a social media management and content creation business? It could look like implementing some funnel software for them. So if they don't have online booking or online ordering, helping them implement a new website that offers those features, or email marketing for them, right? Getting deeper into the actual marketing component of their business. Now, something that I do is I help companies make more money online. In my agency, our selling point is we're going to help you increase your internet-based revenue. Now, that's somewhere where you could go eventually, but start off in something that's comfortable for you right now. Maybe you're not at the point yet where you can confidently approach a company and say, we're going to increase your revenue by X% online. Once you get there and have the proof and the concept to back it up, it's a beautiful thing. But you need to build up to that point, and you need to build up the confidence to have a rock solid offer that really they feel silly saying no to, because it's so crystal clear and irresistible. So there you have it, folks. From zero to your first sale in 24 hours. This is the agency speed run method. Now, if you apply every single one of those things within 24 hours, you could get this done and you could get your first sale made. I'll have lots more content coming on building up an agency from the start. If you're interested in a specific topic or any particular step in this strategy, let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know what you guys want to see more videos on next. As always, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next video.